Today we are informing you of an influential Indigenous civil rights activist, Vincent Lingiari. The definition of civil rights is the right of a citizen to political and social freedom and equality. Vincent Lingiari is an Indigenous rights activist and supporter who tries his best to prevent Aboriginals from being treated differently in their own homeland. In Australia in that time, the Aboriginals did not have the same amount of rights as the white had. Some rights that the Aboriginals did not have were the right of having an Australian citizenship, including the right to vote, the right to be counted in a census, and the right to be counted as a part of an electorate. Australian livestock worker and activist Vincent Lingiari fought for Aboriginal rights. He was best known for leading the 1966 strike of Aboriginal workers at the Wave Hill Cattle Station in the Northern Territory, Australia. What Vincent Lingiari did through that time was protest for Aboriginal to have the same rights as the white people had in that time. Vincent first noticed that the Aboriginals, or that the people of colour, were not getting the wage that they deserved. He noticed that the wage was notably lower than the white workers. That same year, Vincent organised a mini protest with 200 Aboriginals to have the same amount of wage as the whites, and to make known that it was unfair to get the same amount of money for working in that type of condition. At first, the strikers demanded to receive the pay as white workers. In 1967, however, Aboriginal people petitioned the government for ownership of the Wave Hill land, stating that it had traditionally been theirs. Lingiari began to tour Australia, giving speeches to gain support for Aboriginal land rights. In 1973, Australian Prime Minister Gough Whitlam negotiated a deal to lease some of the Wave Hill land, including Darugawgu, to the protesters. 2 years later, Whitlam met with Lingiari, symbolically handing him some dirt to represent the lease of the land to the Gurundjeri. The government gave the Gurundjeri legal possession of the land in 1986.